Hey guys, James with Torches and Tactical, and I have what I think is going to be an incredibly cool video for you guys. Now, I'm just going to show you this while I talk about another company, truthfully. There's a company out here who makes some pretty cool wallets. However, I think they might have just gotten beat at their own game. Now, this is literally the first I've ever heard of this company, and I'm so glad that they sent this because I've been using this for about a week now. And I mean, frankly, I love it. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to hype it up or anything like that, because there's no affiliates, there's no referrals, there's no commissions, nothing. I just really want to talk about Elemental Carry. Now, I got an email from actually someone I was friends with Facebook on. His name's Morgan, and he's like, "Hey man, started my own company, and we're here to kind of revolutionize what people think about wallets." And there's that company again that talks about how their wallets are minimal. And actually, if I'm reading directly from Elemental Carry's website, they like to say our competition, you know who, likes to call their wallets minimal. Sure, they look that way from the front, but everything changes when you turn it to the side. Now, it truly is accurate, because this wallet here, this is the Elemental Carry EC-0. My kids call it Echo, but I refer to it as EC-0, EC for Elemental, and I assume 0 because it is literally that minimal. But here it is. This one has my personal wallet, this has 4 cards in here. And you can see if I stack it up next to the Ridge wallet, it's smaller with 4 cards in it than the Ridge is empty. I mean, that's pretty awesome. They say that you can do up to 7 cards, and the EC-0 will still be thinner than the Ridge. And I assume that that's going to come down to when it has either MagSafe or maybe the pocket clip or something. But as it sits, I mean, 4, and I could probably fit 2 more cards in here before it reaches the same level of thickness as my current Ridge. But I'm going to get this out of the way because that's not what this video is about. So the Elemental Carry, this is labeled as an ultra thin minimalist wallet for the urban adventurer or the EDC enthusiast. And I do have to agree with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and slide my cards out so you can see just how thin this actually is. Let's go ahead and move those over to the side. I mean, look at this. This thing disappears. And I've been using this, like I said, for about a week, and I can tell you most assuredly that I've never had a wallet in my back pocket where I don't feel like I have to take it out. I don't have the best back in the world, and when I'm carrying either a leather bifold, specifically a leather trifold, or even a Ridge with a few cards in it, I can tell you most assuredly that I feel it quite often. But with the Elemental Carry EC-0, with very, very thin but rigid slats of brass, I have to say that this has been the least intrusive I've ever had a wallet be. Now, I did say 4 cards, and I'm going to show you. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I did take out a few personal ones. I typically have about 6 cards in there. I did take out a few personal ones because I don't want anyone seeing this ugly mug. No one wants to see that. But I'll throw these 4 back in there because, I mean, again, I'm just blown away by the fact that this thing is so thin, yet it maintains its rigidity. And a little tidbit for you, or one interesting thing that I found about it, their company is called Elemental Carry. However, one element you won't find on the periodic table is brass, and that's because it is an alloy of both copper and zinc. So, a little tidbit for you. Don't let that come across as like a detractor for their quality or anything like that, because seriously, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Under 2 millimeters, you can see that brass with a beautiful stonewash on it. There you go. And there's the logo right there. So you can see the E in Elemental. It carries nicely over to a sticker that was included with the EC-0 wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And they even included an extra strap. So one nice thing about the strap is the strap does have that silicone band on the inside. So when you have it on your EC-0, it's not going to slide. Like, I'm legitimately, you can see that it tries to grab a little bit and then it finally takes, but it holds it very, very sturdy, very secure. I haven't had a single card move. And another thing I really do like about this, and actually here, hold on, I'm going to grab a card for this real fast. Now I'm not going to lift it all the way out just because I don't want anyone seeing, any personal information, but with the side, you can see how limited you are in being able to grab that card out of your Ridge wallet here. There we go. So you can see how limited you are on being able to grab that card out of the Ridge wallet. With the EC-0 from Elemental Carry, one thing that's really nice is you grab it on the sides, you push, and you have a lot more area, a lot more real estate to grab onto to get those cards out of your wallet. So very nice, and I cannot boast enough about this. Now I have had this fall out of my pocket, and you can see that it's held up really well. There was a mark on it, and honestly, I can't even find it anymore. There was a mark on it from our gravel driveway right here, but I did take a little bit of flitz polish to it, and the stone wash came back, and it cleaned up really, really nicely. You can't even tell. I mean, maybe, yeah, you can see just the tiniest mark right there, but it's not going to scratch like a powder coat finish or even anodizing on another brand of wallet. So if you guys are interested in the Elemental Carry EC-0, I will tell you right now, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and all you have to do is tell me how much, or tell me what you think of the Elemental Carry EC-0. If you like the thin aspect of it, if you like the fact that it's made out of brass, and I do hope to see other materials come soon, but if you like the fact that it's made out of brass, or even if you would change one aspect of it, what would it be? I think the brass looks really cool. I dig how this looks as is. I really, really appreciate how thin it is. And for something to be truly minimal, I think this hits the nail on the head a lot harder and a lot more accurate than something else. But again, leave the comment down below, and I'm going to pick a random comment. I'll do a video to show you guys exactly which comment I'm going to pick. It'll be live, so you won't have to worry at all about that. But I'll put you in touch with the owner of Elemental Carry, and we will go ahead and send an EC-0 directly to you. So guys, I can't thank Elemental Carry enough for hosting this giveaway, and I highly recommend you check this out. If you don't win, guys, this comes in at $29 on Elemental Carry's website. Highly recommend checking something out like this. It comes in at a fraction of the price of the Ridge wallet. It's incredibly rigid. Well, I mean, it has cards in it now, but you saw me bend it earlier. It's incredibly rigid. I cannot boast enough. I would love to see something like this, maybe even in titanium. Morgan, if you do put this out in titanium, give me a call. I would love to review that one as well. Titanium's kind of my go-to, but the brass has grown on me very, very quickly. So guys, highly recommend checking out Elemental Carry on the internet. I'll go ahead and post a link down below so you guys can check them out. Again, no affiliate, no commissions, no referrals, no nothing. I just want to put you guys in touch with a great company. So highly recommend you check them out down below. And in addition to that, if you could like this video and share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, click on that bell, because that'll let you guys know when we have that live giveaway result video coming out. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.